Hello, I am Jessica. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. I am sole practitioner massage therapist with Full Circle Healing Massage and Bodywork, soon to be LLC. Um, this is my new YouTube channel, Full Circle Healing Journeys. Um, I am really kickstarting this off because I have been unable to work in the pandemic, so hands-on. So I am, one, trying to find ways that I can teach my clients some self-care, to do some things on themselves in between so we can get back to sessions, as well as to try to find a way to create some income for myself. So I bought some tools, some neck massagers and massage cups and Gua Sha tools. So I wanted to be able to create a way to teach my clients how to use them. So aside from, individual Zoom calls or something, I'm not extremely technical, digital, all of that fancy stuff. So I figured, let's have a YouTube link that I could just share with them. So here we are. This is what we're doing. So if it seems kind of awkward, it probably is. So my notes are above me, so forgive me, I have to read some of it. Off top, Gua Sha is believed to open channels of qi, vital life force energy that can create blockages leading to tension and pain in traditional Chinese medicine. Or IASTM, instrument assisted soft tissue manipulation, more in the West. Tools are usually made of stones or steel. Today we're going to be using steel. This one's a 7-inch stainless steel. But you can get creative. When I first started teaching myself this, I actually was just trying to find relief for myself. My right forearm and elbow was all the way to my elbow. It's been a thing even before I started massaging because I was on the computer too much. So what I did was I would oil up. I would moisten all my forearm, and I would dig it in to the corner of my desk, and I would just drag it. And it would feel like I would do the whole forearm, and it would feel like I stripped a whole layer off of my arm. It felt like it could breathe, like fluids could move, like it felt lighter, it felt less restricted, and it definitely felt less pain. So I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm onto something, So then I had to learn that there are actually proper terms for these things, and they're actually modalities. So I had a client, she was a chiropractor, and she was like, oh yeah, that's Graston. So I don't call it Graston because I'm not, trained in Graston, but I have gotten some training in Gua Sha. So she was like, you can use anything as long as it won't, cut you. She said, I've used a butter knife handle on my mom's foot. So technically you can get creative and you can use anything. Just make sure that it's got, edges that are not going to slice you. And make sure that you moisture. Put some oil on, some lotion. Depends on your level of hydration, which would be better. Now lotion is going to absorb more into it. So oil might be better for some people, but a light oil, because you don't want it like sliding off of everything. You do want it to be just enough to get you some friction and some deep. You kind of dig in and drag it with you. What else? Now these modalities can leave visible marks, but they are temporary. They will go away. Actually, I have one. My left shoulder has been bothering me. So I did my whole arm. I was cupping and I was scraping, and so it got me a little mark. This is what's left of it. It was more to it. It's probably about 4 or 5 days old right here. So it really depends on what's going on underneath the surface as to how much you're gonna mark. So like example, when I do cupping, the cupping will you discolor less over time. The more you break up the stagnation, the less you have discoloration over time. Some contraindications, these are just some of them. So if you have any concerns, make sure that you look up or reach out, ask me some questions. If I don't know, I will do my best to find out. Some contraindications are open wounds, of course, thin, delicate skin. So you want to be mindful of differences in textures of skin in areas such as the outer part of the arm and then the underside of the arm. Those are going to be different textures of skin, so you won't handle them the same. They can both receive work, but you won't handle them the same. Blood thinning medications is a contraindication. Infectious skin diseases, varicose visible veins or deep vein thrombosis, bleeding disorders such as leukemia or anemia, lower abdominal areas in women that are pregnant or menstruating. Now, some benefits of these modalities. You are breaking up areas of stagnant fascia. And when you're breaking up the areas of stagnant soft tissue, you are breaking up, you're opening up those areas for your fluids to come through better. So you're opening up adhered and restricted areas, and it helps just make things more fluid. Fluid in movement, fluid in lymph, and fluid in circulation. Now, let's go ahead and get into some actual stuff. So I'm going to put a little bit of lotion. I'm going to do a little bit on the forearm, and then we'll close out with a little bit of feet. So I am moisturizing, and I just use a little bit of lotion. And then you can use any part of the tool. So can we see here? All right. So I like to start out with a little bit of friction, because when you start out with the friction, see, I was doing a lot of work on this part along with my left shoulder, because your gripping can affect you all the way up to your shoulder and your neck. So friction is good. You can see it starts turning a little, you probably can't see it, but I can see it. It starts turning a little bit red. See, and I've got a scar right here. So this is one way you can kind of break up some scar tissue. Ooh, that light is bright. See, I'm not good with this stuff. Where's my best light? I don't know. It's good for breaking up scar tissue. I personally like to use the scraping modalities and cupping together. Some areas will be more tender. That's usually the areas that need it the most. But just be mindful. Listen to your body. Feel and follow. So that's why, aside from friction, you don't want to do a whole lot of stuff fast, because you want to listen to what your body is telling you and respond accordingly. But you also want to go slow, because you want to give your body a chance to know and understand that you mean well. Because it'll relax and let you do a little bit more if it trusts you. And normally that's something that I just apply with clients, but yeah, you can apply it to yourself too. So I did friction, and now I'm just going. And you can feel like these little lumpy ridge type areas. That's layers. I call what I do layer work. So you can feel the layers. You can feel, and it feels smoother after you go over some of it. It feels smoother. Some of that is fascia. Some of that is a little bit of extra weight that I could probably lose. But, you know, by breaking up that stagnant stuff, it can help the body to move out the things it needs to move out better. Yeah, so you can't really see, but it's like red. I'll have to figure out how to get better with the lighting. But hands, if you do a lot of stuff with your hands, you do a lot of gripping. I have a scar right here too. But see, it's really, you can't even, you have to look close to see it. It's from here to here. But because I've done so much with my hands, it's pretty much flat by now. And that's just one example of ways that we manipulate the soft tissue. And we really can do a lot more than people tend to think of with just general massage and body work. Yeah, let's see, it's all red. Well, you can't see it. Okay, so now, forgive my change of scene here. Let me show you a little bit on the foot before we close out. I had to get crafty. Crafty. the view, okay, wait, so I'm going to squeeze over on this side. See my dress? Foot. Hey, foot. Look, see, I did my toes for y'all. Did my toes. Did my toes. All right, so a little bit of lotion. Feet love lotion. Just in case you didn't know that. They love it. They love receiving it. They love the application of it. Feet love lotion. Okay, and now I'm going to go again. I like to start with friction. My little home mani-pedi. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I like friction. Start it off. And then I'm going to dig in. Take it with you. Dig in. Take it with you. Now, of course, you'll do this for longer. Hey, fat boy in the background. Oh, we just got video bombed by my elder kitty. He's 16 and a half now. Can you believe that? Yeah, so you'll do this for longer. Do it for how you feel. Do it till you feel like you feel more mobility in your foot. You can do stuff back here on your ankle as well, and it'll help with your mobility. That's just some examples. It's just some examples of how to use the Gua Sha tools. And all right, so I say we didn't completely suck for our first video. I hope everyone is staying safe and protected and healthy and loved and accounted for in the middle of all of this madness. And until the next video, take care of yourself.